What's up? What's good? What's happening with it? I am Epic, and you already know what this is, Media Circus Online. And if you're one of them people who can't keep a secret, likes to tell everything that you hear, please do me a favor and let everybody know to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you can get all my content whenever I drop it. Now, in today's video, I show a few videos of people acting a fool out there that made the news. So I'm hoping this is fair use, because I'm actually taking footage from the news and giving my own journalistic approach to it and letting you know what my opinion and my thoughts is on every video that I show. So let's get into it.
Well, first of all, both Detroit police and Michigan State police officers took on 5 rounds of gunfire in 2 separate chases. Now, the one that happened second around 10 o'clock last night, there was a 14-year-old boy behind the wheel of a stolen pickup truck. And he was actually out on bond for allegedly shooting his girlfriend about a week ago. Now, there's some pretty incredible dash cam video. And
my first question is, how is these dudes getting out on bail repeatedly in these other states? In California, you catch anything that has to do with shooting somebody with a gun, slingshot, bow and arrow, you're going to be in jail until the duration of your trial, and you're going to go to trial if they have witnesses. They're not into letting you off so you can get back out on the streets to do it again. And if you do get a bail, it's going to be close to $1 million. And if your parents ain't got a house to put up or some kind of collateral that they would like to have in their collection, you're going to be in there. So you might as well just settle in for the duration.
Video from MSP's helicopter of that second chase. Let's take a look.
You can see this guy is running with a gun in his hand after just shooting at the police. Lit the police car up, and the police showed remarkable restraint by not killing him, because they usually will kill you if you ever shoot at them. It usually ends in one way: you going to the hospital and not surviving.
Dash camera footage from Michigan State Police, a chase throughout downriver ending in Allen Park, where 3 suspects ran from a stolen Dodge Ram pickup truck.
Heads up, guys. Driver's out. Driver's out. He's armed. Driver's out, got a gun, long gun in his hand, running.
In the view from MSP's helicopter, the suspects and police lit up by heat sensor technology.
Passengers to your right, working his way southbound in the water.
That chase started Thursday night after Detroit police trying to pull over the stolen pickup in southwest Detroit for improper plates. They did not stop. After that, officers took on 4 rounds of gunfire, bullet after bullet captured by the chopper.
They just took shots again. They're shooting again. They're shooting again.
None of the officers were.
These teenagers are very lucky to be alive, because usually this kind of situation, this scenario, ends in a totally different situation, with mothers grieving on the news, asking why their kid was shot and killed by the police, even after seeing the video of these young hooligans running amok in the city. But they're very lucky to be alive.
Shot their cruiser was. State troopers used a pit maneuver on the Southfield Freeway at Outer Drive to stop the chase for good. Behind the wheel, a 14-year-old boy who was arrested 2 days ago for allegedly shooting his 15-year-old girlfriend. He was let out on a horrifically low bond.
Only out for 2 days.
10%. Got out for $800 to 2 nights later wearing the same outfit he was arrested in.
I can hear y'all on the internet right now. He's a real goon. He's a demon, glamorizing that kind of stuff.
Fire multiple times at our officers.
Seen video from where that teen girl was shot on August 3rd off Leibold Street, near where that chase started Thursday night.
Shot her in the lower back, and she's most likely going to be in a wheelchair the rest of her life.
Well, back in 2018, a deputy marshal called Twyman a menace to the city. Now there's a warrant out for his arrest in connection to a homicide of a 24-year-old here in Milwaukee just last Thursday. Videos showing actions like this got Kenneth Twyman featured in a Fox 6 Wisconsin's Most Wanted story in 2018.
In one video, very alarming, he is driving in a vehicle, puts the weapon outside the car and shoots recklessly out the window into a neighborhood.
In September of that year, U.S. Marshals say dashcam footage shows Twyman crashing into another car near 55th and Congress, hurting 4 people.
A complete menace to the city.
Far from Milwaukee, Twyman was arrested in Little Rock, Arkansas in 2019. Now in 2022, he's still going through the court system for charges.
I don't know who does, because he looks crazy as hell. You see his overlapping buck teeth, he done diamond them things out. Man, if you don't spend that money to go get them things filed down and get your butt up out of here, go sit down somewhere, this dude is a career criminal in the making.
Including recklessly endangering safety, fleeing police, and drug charges. In the meantime, he's racked up more charges, including bail jumping and drug possession. Online court records show he posted cash bond in January 2022. And while out, police say he killed a man. Here outside the Quick Mart on Fond du Lac Avenue, police say they found 24-year-old Tavon Luckett shot dead. They say another man identified Twyman as the person who shot Luckett.
What kind of store is this where guys just walk in with
Tavon Luckett shot dead? They say another man identified Twyman as the person who
to be a 30-round clip hanging out their pocket into the store with no fear of anybody calling the police. Where is this store? And please send me the location, because I never want to move there in my life. Look at this. This dude has an assault weapon sticking out of his pocket and about to go into the store. And if they call the police on him, he's going to be swearing somebody told on me. But it's no wonder that he killed somebody at this store.
Who shot Luckett. Now with a fresh warrant for Twyman's arrest, he's wanted once more.
Is out of the Milwaukee County Jail again, and somebody ponied up 6 figures to get him out.
But he didn't get very far, at least not yet. Fox 6 investigator Brian Polson live outside the Milwaukee County Jail, where phone calls tip prosecutors off to a homicide suspect's plan to flee the state again. Right, Brian?
Yeah, Ted and Mary, Kenneth Twyman had been here in the Milwaukee County Jail since July 6th. That's when U.S. Marshals had picked him up for the 3rd time in 4 years. Now, just late last week, someone ponied up more than $100,000 cash to set him free again. But first, he had to take care of a couple of warrants in Waukesha.
Where is all this money coming from?
If you think higher cash bail is supposed to protect the public from the most dangerous criminal defendants, it has done little to deter Kenneth Twyman.
This is somewhat odd. I have somebody who qualifies for public defender representation, but is literally sitting on $125,000 worth of cash.
U.S. Marshals have arrested him 3 separate times, the most recent on a warrant.
Of course he got a public defender. He does not plan on facing any charges. He's going to bail out and do the run. He's going to do the running man all the way to another state until y'all catch him. But, you know, y'all knew this.
For homicide.
We were hoping that he would stay in there until his trial date.
Each time judges set higher cash bail, each time he posts it and disappears.
He doesn't just flee and not come back to court. He flees the jurisdiction. He flees the state of Wisconsin.
Before Twyman could go free, deputies transferred him to the Waukesha County Jail to settle a pair of warrants. And on Monday, prosecutors revealed that jailhouse phone calls tipped them off to Twyman's intentions of heading to California or Las Vegas.
Planning to flee the state the second he gets out.
So Waukesha County Court Commissioner David Herring upped the ante again, setting a new bail of $200,000 cash, keeping one of Wisconsin's most wanted in jail for now.
And we begin tonight with a story that you'll only see here on Fox. An employee with Child Protective Services is caught on camera telling a 14-year-old girl in foster care to become a prostitute.
That's right, and this girl is one of hundreds of kids in CPS custody living in hotels all over the state. Fox 26's Randy Wallace live from Southwest Houston here with this story. Randy, the exclusive.
Yeah, Jonathan. Now, earlier this year, a federal judge scorned Child Protective Services for making kids available for prostitution in the CPS system. Now we have a case where an employee with that state agency is actually encouraging prostitution of a 14-year-old child.
You gonna be a hoe, be a real hoe.
Wouldn't they remove a child from a parent that told their
That's the oldest saying in pimpology. If you're going to be a hoe, be a real hoe. She knows somebody who's either pimping or hoeing. Probably both, because she's going hard on this little girl, trying to get her to go into the life. But, you know, foster care, group homes, all those are gateways to the life, because you don't get too many people that care about you in those environments. But
child to be a prostitute?
They should. And they would.
Keisha Basley has 9 kids. She turned to child.
9 kids. Keisha Basley has 9 kids. Probably by 9 different baby daddies. I mean, I'm willing to bet at least 6. She has at least 6 baby daddies. She should have stopped somewhere around 3, maybe 2. 3 is pushing it, but she wonders why she cannot keep her kids under control. You have too many kids, and probably too many dudes in and out of their lives. They don't respect you. 9 kids? You don't even look like you're 40. What are you doing? You're probably 36. 9 kids, had 9 of them back to back, 9 years in a row. That shit's crazy. That's crazy. But, you know, you can't tell these women nothing. They think having a kid with a dude is locking a dude in. But these dudes that they dealing with, these young bums, they just want somewhere to stay. But, you know, she'll figure it out once she have her 10th baby daddy running around.
Protective Services to help her with her 14-year-old daughter, who she says was running away and causing trouble at school.
My daughter told me that the worker had been telling her that she should do these things, so she said she decided to video her.
Can you give us something to eat, please? CPS is housing the girl at a hotel. She's one of dozens in Harris County. In the video, she tells the CPS employee she wants food. The CPS worker tells her to be a prostitute. I mean, she was basically encouraging a 14-year-old girl to become a prostitute.
And giving her an incentive to do so, and almost a threat of not having her needs being met if she didn't do what this woman very explicitly told her to do.
If the parent, was to do something like this to my child, I would be bashed. I would be called a horrible parent. I would lose my kids.
That would be the least of your worries. You would be going to jail, as this woman should, for attempting to prostitute this young girl. But that happens all the time. If the streets don't get them, some boyfriend will talk her into the life, and that's the cycle that these kids go through in these systems.
Basley filed a formal complaint with CPS.
This should not happen to girls in their care. This should not happen. This is unacceptable.
This video doesn't have any sound, but you can see what's going on here. This young, upstanding member of the community is relieving this young mother and her son of their belongings, her purse and his backpack, probably the baby's bottle and pacifier. He didn't leave anything for him. But as you can see, they got their just desserts by being arrested, taken off the streets, because these 2 dudes don't give a damn about nobody and nothing. But you have to ask where are their parents, because obviously somebody raised these kids right. Somebody raised these kids right. You can't tell these parents that you are not a good parent.
A man calls 911 to complain about fries at a fast food restaurant. That's already a no-no, but it turns out the customer was out on bond on a murder charge. Fox's Denise Dillon explains.
The officer spoke with the owner, who said this.
When you're out on bond, your whole goal is to stay as far away from the police as you can. No calling the police over fries, no calling the police over domestic disputes. Typically, you don't even want to call the police if you get shot, because now you're going back to jail for being involved in some kind of activity that you have no right being around. But to call the police over some lukewarm
He was causing a
fries,
scene, he was cursing at him, he threw a drink, and he wanted him to leave and to be issued a criminal trespass warning.
An argument over the French fries at this McDonald's in Kennesaw. The customer was so irate, he called 911.
I tried the fries they're lukewarm, but they're not hot.
Kennesaw police heard his culinary critique, then ran his name, Antoine Sims, through the computer and learned he had a warrant.
Wanted person, caution, violence, armed and dangerous.
Sims was charged.
You have a warrant and you're calling the police? A warrant and calling the police over some lukewarm fries. You deserve to go to jail, buddy. You deserve to go to jail and wait it out, because you are stupid. You are very stupid, and you obviously want to be on the other side of the fence because you called these people to come and see you about something that could have been handled with a little diplomacy. Some $2 fries, $2 fries. You could have just bought some more, or just say, hey, you know what? Go ahead, y'all, keep those. I'm going to go ahead and give these to the homeless person outside. I'm going to go down to Wendy's. I'm going to go down to McDonald's, Burger King, buy some different fries. Or better yet, I'll just go home, make my own fries.
Charged in the murder of a woman in Johns Creek in 2018. Her body was found inside a burning car. He ran.
And you're on bond for murder. For murder. How do these dudes keep bonding out for murder? I don't get it. It's hard enough to bond out for a gun. It's hard enough to bond out for drugs. You are going to sit on your butt in jail if you catch a hot one in California. In my city, for sure, you catch one in my city, you are going to sit down for a long time. No 10,000 is going to get you out. No 50,000. You're going to need a house, maybe 50,000 and a house, but you're going to need some collateral. They are not going to let you back out on the street. You're going to sit down until your trial date comes. But I don't know how these guys keep getting out for these heinous crimes. These are serious crimes. These aren't jaywalking and stealing cars. This don't make no sense.
From police then, and was later tracked down by U.S. Marshals in Wisconsin. Sims was currently out on bond, but had a warrant out of Fulton County for failure to appear.
It's very unusual that someone, knowing that he is wanted by the police, would call the police. But Mr. Sims did that.
Sims may.
These dudes are not rocket scientists. You seem surprised that these guys are doing these kind of things, even though they shouldn't. They are not rocket scientists. You're on bond for a serious crime. You should be trying to figure out how you're going to fight this, how you're going to present your case. But no, you're going to McDonald's to get some fries, and then you act a fool up in there and call the police. I'm thinking that they called the police on you. No, you called the police on them because you wanted a reimbursement for your fries. You wanted the police to go up in there and get you some hotter fries. Let's see how hot the fries are in prison, in jail, where you'll be sitting down. But how things are going nowadays, he'll probably be back out on the street. Probably already out on the street. I got to look into that.
Have realized that too.
Come over here, I'm gonna have you sign this real quick.
When officers tried to give him the criminal trespass warning, he took off running, and the chase was on. Sims tried to hide in this apartment complex, but police found him.
Taser deployed! Taser deployed!
They made him plank out, didn't they?
Put your hands out! Put your hands out!
Tases him in the back, where it hits his back and his leg, and he immediately goes to the ground.
Police say it really wasn't about the French fry dispute. It was about the warrant and Sims taking off, that they were determined to catch him. Denise Dillon, Fox News.
But that's my show for today. I hope you liked it. If so, please consider hitting that notification button and subscribing to the channel, because every little bit helps. Anyways, I am Epic, and you already know what this is, Media Circus Online. Until next time, I'm out.